So in the previous classes, we understood that there are so many areas in the business. Every business have the different areas like material management, production planning, sales and distribution. Okay, and there are some human resource management, BAP, basis consultants. So there is a two different areas like technical consultant and one is functional consultant. Functional consultant is the mainly they are dealing with the business and users and business requirements. They are fulfilling that, and the technical team they are applying that the changes might be in the core level or it may be in the system level. Okay, so whatever the changes which is required in the back end, whatever it is required, that will be performed by technical team. Okay.
Okay.
The technical team will not discuss with anything, any of the point with users because the functional consultant is a responsible consultant that he has to be handled. He has to be discussed with the client and functional and get it the requirement what it is required. Based on that, they have to be proposed to the technical team. Okay, this is what we recommend and this is what we would like to use and this is what we need to be get output. Okay. Okay. Now, there is coming. Can you go mute, DP? We'll try.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's okay. Now it's you are audible, right? It's audible, right? The voice is audible, right? Is it audible? Okay. You just unmute and you can confirm me. Yes. Okay. 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 Now let's go to the process wise. So generally, if I started my company, simply we'll go simple process. Okay. If I started my company, okay. So the major aspects are the finance, okay, because we need to invest the amount and we need to invest on the capital items. We need to investment of the equipment. We need to invest on the resources. We need to invest on the land. Okay, fixed assets. There are so many areas we need to be invest amount. So the finance is the highest, the large highest area which we majorly using in the all the clients. Okay. The second thing is when okay, suppose everything it is established, equipments are ready, and I have that area. I have started my business and I have the goods. Okay. So the first thing is here, we need to get the goods. So we need to plan the goods. Whether you are doing the manufacturing, whether you are doing whether you are selling to the customer, okay, and whether you reprocessing that or whatever it may be, the process wise job work, anything. Okay. Make sure that we need some articles from the we need some articles like we need some products. Okay, that products we will be buying from the outside. We are buying products from the outside. Okay, sometimes maybe if you have your own article, your own product, then you are using those products and you are manufacturing. But if you don't have the products, obviously you are buying from the outside because uh, every raw material it's not possible to produce from outside, right? There might be we need to get from some of the articles from the outside. Maybe packing materials we can. Okay, some of the raw materials which is required, some of the perishables we required. Okay, so here there is a concept like buying and selling. Okay, what is the buying, what is the selling? Buying is nothing but like a purchasing. We are purchasing the product. Let's say in my home, okay, I need to prepare some food. So to prepare that food, I need some articles, some products we required, salt, okay, tamarind, or it may be okay, garlic. Like we need some articles which is required, some materials which is required. That you are buying from outside. That, okay. So when you are buying the product, whoever they're supplying the goods, that we calling as a supplier. Okay. So in buying concept, what we'll get supplier is a part of it. Okay. So we also called vendor. supplier or vendor. Okay. Now, so I'm explaining about the terminology here. Okay. What is the difference between the vendor and customer? Okay. Now, when you are selling, that means you are selling for some profit. You want to be sell these goods to the outside. Okay. When you are selling the goods to the outside, whoever they're purchasing these goods, that means the opposition person. Okay. The opposition person who is buying, he is my customer. Okay. So here what will be happen? Customer is a part of that while selling. Okay. So we can say sold to party, also we can say sold to party. Okay. And ship to party. The terminology. Okay. So this is a selling point of view. So this is a selling is nothing but like a sales. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now these two are the different. This is the different. Selling is different, and buying is the different. So as a MM point of view, we majorly looking into that buying process. Okay, we majorly looking into buying process. Okay, and we are the part of this vendor. Okay, so whatever the activities which are performing in the vendor level, all it is like we are the responsible. Okay, and whatever the sales related, all the customer related activities on customer related queries or whatever it may be, all it is related to ST, sales and distribution. Okay, so we are from the material management. We majorly working on the buying, supplying related, vendor related. That means we can say buying or purchasing. Okay, or procurement also we can say. The terminology will be different. Okay, procurement or purchasing. Okay, and so that's why when our standard process, when we calling standard process P2P, we say that P2P. Procurement to pay.
Yes.
Okay, from purchasing to pay the amount to the vendor. Okay, because we need to pay the amount, right? Because we are buying the products, right? Okay, when this is P2P. Okay, when we're talking about the sales and distribution, okay, we just calling it as a OTC.
OTC.
Order to cash.
Okay.
That means we taking order and he's paying amount. We will get the cash. We will get order. We will get the pay. Okay. So this is the ST terminology. So as MM point of view, you should aware about the P2P, but not required OTC. Okay. But it is some knowledge we require because tomorrow if someone they're talking about some SD process, you might be understand it. Okay. Okay. Now, so now you understand, right? What is the difference between the selling, or you can say sales?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
this is the concept. Okay. Sold to party, ship to party. Ship to party is nothing but to whom we are supplying the goods from sales point of view. Sold to parties to whom you are selling. Sometimes what will happen? Some third party they are buying. Some third party we are selling. That means the billing will go to the third party, but the goods will go to the some other party. So might be there is a possibility there, right? So because maybe behalf of me, somebody they are purchasing. Suppose my company it is there, okay, Capgemini it is there. Capgemini what they will do? They are buying some coupon code for the employees. Okay, so here who are buying? Capgemini is buying the coupons, food coupons, but who receiving this product? Employees. So that is the benefit of the employees, right? The employees they are getting some coupon code, but the actual sold party is Capgemini. Like it's Capgemini or Cognite or it's an entity or whoever may be, right? So that's why there is a difference. It is there. Sold to party and ship to party also is there. In the procurement side also we have the different partners are there. We generally call as a partners. Those are the people we called as a partners. That means the company who buying that is the main vendor or main customer, but to whom it is receiving, who is the partner of that company. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now going forward, we will be discussing majorly on the procurement buying related. Okay.
Mhm.
So sales we will try to understand because it is a basic level we need to understand because tomorrow in real time when you are working with the ST team, the integrations, okay, we need this information also.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll understand the normal process how it will be like. Okay. Let's go to PTP. So what do you remember PTP? Procurement to pay. Procurement to pay. Okay, the cycle.
Yes.
Procurement to pay cycle.
Mm.
Okay. And in an interview point of view, they will ask about that. What is the P2P cycle?
Mhm.
Okay. So then you can say procurement to pay cycle that we need to be explain the steps. So what are the steps which is there?
Mm.
Okay. Now let's go to the procurement to pay cycle. Let's understand the procurement to pay cycle. Okay.
Mm.
So okay. Now if I want to buy the product, okay. Okay. Let's take in your home. In your home. Okay. When you planning to buy, okay. What is the actual the initial source? What is the source actually?
Source is
Where is the identity? Why you want to buy?
lack of storage.
Okay. Okay. So here the when you want to buy means that maybe it is your need, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So it will be start with the requirement.
Yes.
So
Required.
identification now. First, what you need to do identification of the requirement.
Required.
Right. So unnecessarily I cannot go and I cannot buy, right? Because what I need will plan only. Will so suppose I'm just going to the supermarket, okay, and I'm just buying that might be one ton rice. It is not needed for me because unnecessarily if I buy 1,000 kgs of rice, what it's more to me, right? So
Yes.
whatever it is sufficient, we'll buy only that sufficient. How much requirement, how much it is required for home, that you will be buying, right?
Yes. Yes.
So in the identification of the requirement, what we exactly finding that, okay, what is the material number?
Mm.
That means what is the product name, product
Yes.
article, material number, all it is same, okay. So depends on the different industries, they are using the product and article and material number. Okay.
Mm.
So now when you just finding the materials, what articles, what products we need in the your home, just preparing that. Okay, I need rice. Okay, 10 kgs. This month I planning that 10 kgs. Okay, I need tomatoes. Mm, okay, I will go tomato with like 1 kg.
Mm.
Okay, then I will go ingredients.
Mm.
So then I'll be go with ingredients like 200 grams, which is like, so that means I cannot buy all the products with the same quantity and same, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because what it is needed, only we will buy because ingredients, if I get 1 kg, 2 kgs, then it's waste of the our money. And what will be happen, we are using these ingredients only for the tasting purpose or it may be for the add on the main product,
Yes.
but it's not main product, right?
Yes.
So depends on the what requirement it is, like how much material, what material it is required, or how much it is required. Okay. Now suppose let's say assume that there is a celebrations out there. Okay. Let's suppose December 30th, 31st I have a planning. Okay. There will be I just invited my friends and colleagues and everything. I invited. I'm planning that. Okay. Suppose let's say I just plan 10 kgs of rice here. Okay, because of the celebrations, I'm planning that, and 5 kgs of vegetables, something which I plan. Okay, now Now, what is the other necessary point here? Okay, when it is required, right?
Mm.
If you planning on December 1st and if you're getting on January 1st, there is no use,
Yes.
right? So obviously there should be a plan when it is required. That means if it is we are planning on December 31st, that means we need to get at least by December 30th or December 31st morning.
Yes. Okay.
So if it is we are not getting, then there is no use. So the date also it is necessary. So as of now, what we understood here, material number is required, right?
Yes.
And quantity which is required,
Yes.
and date, the delivery date, when it is required, delivery date. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you can say schedule the date also. Okay. Now, other one more point it is there. Very important point, which is what is that?
Okay. Mm, hold. Mm, yeah. Location.
Because okay, you are there in your hometown and your parents are there in your hometown. Okay, if you order the product to your hometown, there is no use because I need here on December 31st in your home, not in your hometown,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So that means the location also. Okay, the location also is very important. That we call here plant. Okay?
Plan.
Plant. So plant is nothing but like if I have the hundreds of plants, okay, one is maybe Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad. There are different locations where exactly which location is required,
Yes. So
right?
in general, what we have in our industry is like we order screws, nuts, bolts, and everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, correct, exactly.
So
So we also call plant sometimes we call some industries they call site.
site or plant.
Okay, site or plant, it is same. Okay, majorly site we are using generally in the retail industries and plant in the manufacturing industry. We are using manufacturing plant, depot plant. Okay,
Yes.
like packing station. Okay,
Yes.
some depends on that. Okay,
Yes.
now so these are the major. Okay, these are the major things which we are need when you collecting the requirements. What material it is required and how much it is required and when it is required and where it is required.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so simple terminology is like you can say what and when and how much and where, right?
Yeah.
So other than this one, other details might be who is handling this requirement, who is collecting requisitioners, and who is the responsible person, and those are just the secondary. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
because even the price also you are not aware about this one exactly because when you are buying the product from the vendor, after you selected the vendor only you know that what is the price.
Mm.
Before that, you just randomly you're just selecting. Okay, this product might be it is 100 rupees or 200. Maybe you have some targets or maybe you have some idea about that. Okay, this last time when I purchased, this is 51 rupees. Or currently based on my current stock, it might be 20 rupees, 30 rupees stock.
Mm.
But the price, it's not actual price, right? Which we are paying, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after you getting a product, okay,
Mm.
okay, after we are getting the product from the vendor, then only we understood that, okay, or when you ordering this product, then only you understand that what is the price of the product. Because we have the multiple suppliers. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, when we're talking about the suppliers, okay, when we're talking about a supplier or vendor, okay, we can also call it as a source of supply.
Okay.
Sometimes we are also calling as a source of supply. So source of supply is nothing but like multiple vendors. Okay,
Mm.
the source of supply who is supplying your products. Okay. Okay. Now, now, where you get this all this information, where you collecting this information based on your requirement, you are collecting on all the information. So that we are doing in our SAP system purchase requisition. So in the purchase requisition, what this is the internal document. This is an internal document that we are preparing our needs, right? So this is a we still didn't inform to the vendor these are the products. We just collecting the information. We are just collecting the information of what materials it is required. Maybe rice and tomatoes, ingredients and water cans. Okay. So many the products which is like we just planning that. Okay. So this purchase requisition is the internal document number because we just internally discussing that what we need. So as of now, I didn't expose this one, these products which we need to. Okay, I didn't expose to any of the supplier.
Yes.
It's just we internal discussion, right?
Yes.
So when we real time when we're talking about that, this purchase requisition will be created by users or departments. Okay, so maybe procurement advisor is there. He will be creating this purchase requisition. If the users have, maybe the department have the access, they can create. So if suppose I'm the finance department, you are the HR department, your needs are different, my needs are different, right? So in the real time, okay, we called cost center. Cost center is nothing but like a department. Okay, that means HR and finance department, okay, and marketing department. So like, okay. So when you are buying product for the particular department, okay, then you need to be enter the cost center. Okay. So cost center is nothing but like a department name. That means whatever we are buying the product, that is going to this cost center. The center who is they are the responsible how much the cost it is like. So like maybe my company they are advised that we cannot spend more than 1 lakh rupees to HR department because we already spend so much amount. So our budget is only somewhat it is 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So that we can control from the cost center, right? In the cost center, we can easily identify that what are the products which is bought for this HR department, finance department, like that. Right?
Okay.
And this is one thing we can get the requirement. The purchase requisition can be created by cost center. Okay, can be created by other departments. Okay, for stock purpose. Stock purpose is nothing but like a might be I need to be maybe I have the some stock levels. Okay, based on the stock levels. Okay, if I'm just running the hotel, let's say I'm just running the hotel. So what will be happen in my store? I just checking that what products it is available. So tomorrow I have the some maybe party either or some vacation either or some occasion either. We just planning. Okay, 100 people. We just arranging. We are planning to arrange the food for 100 people. So I just planning to based on that what we have the stock which we have we just calculating that okay and based on the requirement we just creating the purchase requisition. Okay, or might be my stock levels are suppose I have the rice so every time I'm just keeping my stock levels are 100 kgs. Okay. When the 100 beyond the 100 kgs, that means when it is getting down to the 100 kgs. Okay, if it is getting down the stock levels of the existing stock which is less than 100 kgs, then the system will give the alert that okay boss it is as per your safety stock it is 100 kgs but now you have only 90 kgs, so please plan for the 10 kgs. Okay. Okay, so that is stock purpose, right? Okay. So when we get the purchase requisition, there is a multiple ways we can get the purchase requisition. Okay. It is not only for the stock purpose or it is not only for the department. It might be because of the project also. If I'm constructing the building, for construction of the building, there is a budget allocated for the project. That project, for the purpose of project, we are buying the product. Okay. So there is multiple. Okay. So always we should not think only it is for the stock. Okay, it is non-stock also or it is stock also. Okay.
Okay.
What is the difference between the stock and the non-stock?
Non-stock is which is not available.
Not available. It's not like that.
Uh,
Stock items are which we are storing in our store location,
yes.
our location. Okay.
Okay.
And non-stock items are which we are directly consuming to that particular department, like a cost center, which is they are requesting. I want directly get the stock instead of keeping in the store.
Okay.
Okay, so that is non-stock items. That means the products will come directly to the my location, my department. Suppose let's say laptops. Okay,
Uh,
so I recruited 100 people. Okay, for 100 people, I just ordered 100 laptops from the one of the my vendor, that HP or Dell or something. Once I get the laptop, I will allocate to resources. So it is we not keeping these products in the my store location. It is directly will go to the department. Okay.
okay.
Even like if suppose project it is there, construction building it is there. Okay, I bought some bricks. Okay, so
Mm.
I cannot keep all bricks in my location, so I'm just putting into this into some construction area. Okay, that is construction area which we allotted to project. So
Mm.
these are non-stock items, they are not stock items. Okay,
Okay. Which goes directly to the location.
location,
So,
posting
for that.
directly to the their own departments. Okay,
Okay.
not location.
Mm.
Location is since means location is like a, it is just we keeping the into location, that is store location. Okay,
Okay.
it is store purpose.
Okay.
But if we are consuming directly, then there is no store location. Only plant it will be there.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why we have the cost center. Okay, that's why we can have the cost centers. We have the project. When we allotted, we just issue that stock to the particular purpose. That means it is directly to the going to the that areas only. It will not be stored in the store location.
Okay.
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 So either maybe project order, it may be the production order, it may be if suppose production order. I'm just manufacturing some products. So I requested that okay, I need these components. So I particularly buying this product for that this production order,
Okay.
manufacturing. Suppose let's say which we taken one example, right? So I'm just planning celebration on December 31st. Okay. So
Mm.
instead of keeping in the my store, I'm directly consuming that. I got that 100 kgs of the rice. That 100 kgs I'm just giving to the who are cooking man who is preparing. I just given to them to prepare them
Yes.
because
Yes.
I don't want to keep it in my location because this is the what we bought. This product is for particularly for this occasion
Yes. Yes.
celebration, right?
Yes.
So that we allotted one. Okay, that we allotted one cost center, or it may be project, or it may be maintenance order. It may be there's so many ways we have. Okay,
Mm.
it may be because of the customer order also we can allot.
Okay.
Okay, we particularly buying this product for the customer. So we when we get the stock, we immediately issuing to the customer.
Okay.
Right? So we just allotting that product to the customer. So whatever it may be, it's maybe depends on that. Okay, we just want to be keep in our location, then we want to be issued to the customer. That is again different. Okay, whenever we get the stock, immediately we are issuing to the customer. That is different. Okay,
Mm.
clear?
Okay.
Now the purchase requisition will come in the different areas. The source will be different because okay maybe it is from the production department or it may be from the sales department. It is from the store department, inventory department. So we will get all this purchase requisition. Okay. Now once I get the purchase requisition, let's say I have prepared the purchase requisition now. Okay, with the stock material number. Okay, all the list of materials. Okay, you can see list of the products. Okay, list of materials,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have the quantity as well, and I have the delivery date, planning delivery date, and I have the planned address.
Address.
Okay, now what is the next cycle? Once you get all the requirement, what you are planning now? What is the planning now? The purchase requisition is completed.
So
Just
cost
sorry.
to the cost center, we
No, it's completed.
okay.
The requirement is collected. Okay, the requisition is a list of the materials which either it is coming from the cost center, it is coming from the store, it is coming from the
Okay.
project manager, project department, whatever it may be. We got the list. Now I
Okay.
have the purchase requisition.
We have to order the
Now what is the next step?
we have to keep the order.
Sorry,
We have to order the list of items
we
which
need to order. So to whom you need to order?
uh, from the supplier.
Yeah, but who is the supplier?
Uh,
You don't know, right? Who is the supplier?
yeah.
Okay. So now identification of source of supply.
Okay.
So once you just identify that, you are just planning to finding the vendors who is just supplying. So if I just take the 100 kgs of rice, so I just looking for the rice merchant near to me, okay, or wholesale, or it may be retail, or maybe dealer. So many people are there in the around that. Okay, because I need bulk item, bulk product. Obviously, I'm looking at some best price with
Okay.
best quality, right?
Okay.
So identification of source of supply is nothing but like in outside multiple suppliers, we just need to be find the best supplier based on the price and their availability. All these things we just need to be find the best supplier.
Mm.
So there is a case we can what we can do. We'll give it. We'll give our requirement to the suppliers who are supplying. Maybe if I have the 10 wholesale dealers, okay, I'm just going there, or maybe I can drop message or I can drop mail or whatever it may be. I just sending the message to them. But this is not my requirement. Give me that exactly the quotation, the price quotation. What is the price you can give it to me for this product?
Mm-hmm.
So that we called RFQ,
Okay.
okay? Request for quotation.
Okay.
So I'm just requesting to the suppliers, please provide your price quotation.
Yeah.
So I'm just requesting that. So in this request for quotation, what I'm taking with reference of purchase PR, reference of PR, I'm preparing that, okay, this is the list of material, this is the quantity, this is the date I need, this is the plant orders. Can you supply this product or not from your end? Why?
Mm.
Because if I just order in the Flipkart, okay, maybe Flipkart cannot supply some products in the some areas. They can supply only some areas. So it's also required plant orders also. Okay, which area it is required and when it is required. Okay, suppose I'm just assuming that tomorrow I need this product, but if the vendor don't have the stock, then if he cannot able to supply, that's problem. So the date also it is required, right? So whatever it is provided, all this information which we are providing in the request for quotation.
Mm.
Okay. So
Mm.
in this request for quotation, what we are preparing one sheet. Okay, we're preparing the one sheet. This is the requirement. Okay, I'm just uh, searching for the vendors. So we're just informing this to suppliers. Either it may be mail or phone or fax or it may be the way is different ways we can have. Okay, we're
Okay.
just sending this information. Okay, boss, this is the I need. Okay, can I get the price from your end? Price quotation.
Mm.
Okay, so if you see that, let's example, if you see that some movies, what will be happened? There will be a bidding is going on. Do you know bidding?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. How it will be? They will be. They announce in the paper like on this date we are planning to sell the our old vehicles, all wastage vehicles. Okay, has a contract. So the contractors they will write the bidding. Okay, they will plan. They will send this bidding to the concerned team. Okay, they will give it to that. Okay, this is the price I can quoted here. Okay, whoever the price which we are getting less quoted, that will go to that project will go to that person.
Yes.
Okay, so the same concept here also. Okay, we just might be we are announcing in the paper, you are sending mail because you already have the list, right? Most of the list we have because when you started your company, obviously you are planning that okay, these are people supplying this product. If I started steel business, okay, I should aware about that who are supplying the steel raw materials, right?
Yes.
So that list I must be have, but if I don't have, I can go with the open bidding, right? Which is paper I can do. Okay. So in the RFQ, what will be happen once I prepare my document, I will be sending this document to the okay. I will sending this document to the information to the that suppliers. Okay, who are they supplying? I just sending to them. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now. Okay. So this is what here. Okay. Now how the way you are sending the way of sending this information to vendor is called output determination. So output how you this output how you are sending that is another concept that is okay output determination that will be configuration part related. Okay, so here we just mentioning like maybe I can take the printout and sending manually. Okay, and I can convert this into PDF conversion and I can do manually. Okay, or I can send mail, fax, okay, telex, and EDA conversion. So there are so many output types are there. That is the output information. The way how you are sending this information to vendor, that is different. Okay. Now let's assume that okay, in identification of source, this is the one process, which is like first process is RFQ. The second one is uh, once you already send this information to the supplier, okay, you just expecting to some quotations, right? The vendor is sending back to you, okay, boss, this is the price quotation from my end, okay, this is the price, okay. So what will happen here? We are maintaining the quotations, okay. Whatever we get the quotations from the vendor, whatever we receive the quotations. So what is that quotation is nothing but like a price quotation. This is we will get the price information here in the quotations. So we will get this information from the vendors that we will be maintaining in the our system. Okay, so that is called maintain the quotation.
Okay.
Okay, maintain the quotation is nothing but like the prices what we get from the supplier that we are maintaining in the SAP system. So when you see that here, when you are sending this to multiple vendors, okay, either we can have them different RFQ number.
Yes.
RFQ number to each vendor.
Yes.
Each vendor we can have the different RFQ number, or we can have the tracking number. I can say like, okay, this is the requirement, the above purchase requisition. I can have the one identification number. This is the project. This is the identification number. That identification number we can easily we can easily track the entire RFQs, because if I have 20 RFQs, that 20 RFQs which is created for this requirement or different requirement, we don't know, right?
Yes.
So we'll be maintaining one tracking number.
Yes.
Okay, the identification number. So that tracking number we are maybe we can find that tracking number and we can see that how many RFQs which is created for this. So who is the suppliers? Okay. So once we get the quotation number here, we'll get the quotation number along with the quotation number, price will get. So price maintained. Price maintained in the quotation. Okay. Price maintained in the quotation. Okay. Now 20 vendors, suppose example 20 vendors. Okay. have the different prices. Okay, so different prices here. What we need to check, freight also we need to check, labor cost also we need to check. Okay, any additional cost we need to check. Okay. And base price also need to check, because there might be a supplying. If I see that, if suppose I'm just going to Agio website, if I go to Agio website, I will get the product for the 100 rupees only. The t-shirt might be, it is 100 rupees. Okay, when I'm just planning to order that product, if it is like showing like 199 rupees, so that means they're saying that 99 rupees is the for delivery cost.
Delivery
That
GST.
also impacting, right? That is also impacting on the product, right? So there are so many conditions, the pricing condition techniques, like there might be freight charges, transportation, and base price, okay, and
Correct.
labor charges. All these aspects which we need to be look into that, okay, when you maintain the prices.
Yes.
Now, then what is the next step? I got the prices from the vendor.
Yeah.
Now I just maintain in the quotation.
Yes.
So what is the next step?
So do we have a deal for the price quotation acceptance?
Yeah, price quotation accepting, how you will do?
Bidding.
How they know that I need to accept that price? I need to accept that price.
mm,
Comparing,
Okay.
comparing price quotations.
Okay.
So here, what we need to do, we need to compare all the prices, because 20 quotations I need to be compared, right? So all these quotations which we are comparing in the system, then system will give the rank 1 and 2 and 3. So based on the vendors, how many it is there, they will give the rankings. Okay, this is the rank because this is the less price. Okay, this is also good price. Okay, but there is a delivery cost. So it will give that the rankings, each and every material level, each and every vendor level. It will be give that the combinations, the rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. It will give. Okay, so the price, whatever the price which we are getting less price, that will give the rank 1.
Okay.
Okay. So now acceptance or rejection. Acceptance or reject. Okay. So out of this all the quotations, okay, one of the best price I got from one of the vendors. So I'm accepting that vendor. So that quotation I'm accepting. The other quotations which you are rejecting. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. Now, now, did you get the vendor?
Yeah.
Did you get the vendor?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yes.
acceptance quotation have all the details. What details is there? Material number,
Quantity,
quantity,
place,
and delivery date,
delivery date, plant
and plant, and price,
price.
and supplier.
Mhm.
Right.
Yes.
So we are looking. This is right. Who is the identification of source of supply? Supplier, which is okay. Who is supplying that? So that information which we get from the acceptance of quotation, there we can easily find that okay, these are the vendor. He is supplying good, and he's supplying this price and everything that we got it. So to order this product, if you need to order this product, is it sufficient? This all this information. If you want to buy product in my home, is that sufficient? All this information.
Mm.
That's right, because I got all the information, right? I can supply goods for this product, because
Yes, to
I
keep.
know vendor, I know price of the product, so I can plan my budget also, and I know that how much quantity is required, when it is required, and everything which already we are informed to the vendor,
Mm.
right? So this information is sufficient to create a purchase order. Okay. So now what is the next step? Okay.
Yes.
Order. Okay. Order the product. Okay. So from above, what are the acceptance quotation? We will give the reference to create a purchase order. So we called purchase order here. Okay, it's not sales order. Order, when we're talking about order, it might be customer order or it might be a purchase order. Okay. So we are talking about purchase order. So purchase order is nothing but like a vendor. Whatever the order which we are, whatever the order creating is for vendor. Okay. we are we are we need these products, so I'm just creating order and I'm just sending this course, sending this order to the vendor. So I can say whatever the order is created here, okay, whatever the order which is created is for purchasing. Okay, purchasing from vendor.
Okay.
Okay, buying from vendor. Okay. So this is called purchase order. Okay. So in this purchase order, we are taking reference of RFQ.
Yes.
So I have the quotation, acceptance quotation. The reference quotation, we can take the reference is a quotation. Reference is quotation. Okay. Once I enter the quotation number, I got all the information which is like how much quantity on the material number, delivery date, plant, price, and supplier, all this information which is there. And moreover, there is any terms and conditions in terms or all these things which we can give it the we can update in the purchase order.
Mm.
So once you created purchase order, okay, what is the next one? Purchase order monitoring.
Tracking.
Purchase order monitoring. So what is the meaning of monitoring?
Track the order.
To track the order. Yeah, exactly. So how you will be tracking? Suppose I just ordered in Amazon. I'm just looking at whether the acknowledgement, which is the order acknowledgement. Okay, did we have received the order acknowledgement or not? Okay, did the vendor is received my order or not? Okay, then is that shipment is completed, shipment completed or not? Okay, whether is that the date, the delivery date, which maybe he's confirming that, okay, the confirmations like okay, I'm just confirming that, okay, you can plan this stock on 29th. Suppose let's say I'm just I got the confirmation like on 29th you will get a stock in your location. So I already supplied the goods. This is the information, and this is the what what lorry number and bill number and everything. That information you got that is called a monitoring. Keep on monitoring that, okay, whether it is acknowledged, and we're just tracking that, okay, where exactly it is located, where it is there, the status, and there are so many status are there, right? We can say acknowledgement, and we can say that confirmations, we can say that all these things will be come under the monitoring. Okay. The next one is, once suppose let's say we got all the confirmation, he said that okay, tomorrow we'll get. Okay, what we'll do next time? I got, let's assume that I got a product. So what we'll do? We will receive the goods. So goods receipt, we call it as a goods receipt. Receiving the goods from the vendor. Okay, we're receiving the goods from the vendor in my location. So again, in the coming to the goods receipt. Okay, might be the receiving goods, the goods receipt. Okay, You might be checking the quality parameters, and you are checking the stock by looking into the stock whether it is spoiled, or is there
Damage.
any damages or anything which is there, and the product which we received is correct what we ordered, or it is different product. Okay, so there is a product mismatch, product mismatch is there, right? That's
Mm.
we need to validate, and the product quality we need to check.
Mm.
Okay, product quantity we need to check. Sometimes what will happen, might be you get a more quantity. I order some 100 pieces, but I got 1,000 pieces. So
Mm.
it's not my requirement, right? It is my order is only 100 pieces. So all these things which we need to be looking to that. Okay. So that is in the goods ship. Again, in the goods ship level, there are so many different processes are there. Okay. But I'm just giving the high level this one. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I'm not going in the deep because I'm just explaining the process. Okay, general process. Okay,
Mm.
maybe inside there is so many processes are there. Okay, now after receiving the goods, what we'll do, you will also receiving the invoice. So that you are doing verification. So invoice verification. So once I receive the goods, I'm just validating that the invoice which we received, that whether correctly the product name, number, and quantity and the price, whatever you agreed in the quotation or in the PO, the price, what exactly it is maintained or not. Is there any other freight charges are there, or how much the tax is correct or not. Okay, all this information which we are validating at the time of invoice.
Mm.
Okay, so what you comparing here, quantity you are validating,
Mm.
price you are validating, okay, and the tax information which you are validating. If there is any freight, is there freight value, we are freight is nothing but like a delivery cost,
Yes, yes.
delivery cost, transport cost or delivery cost. Okay, so once all these things, if everything is looks good, then we are good, and we have verified that everything looks good, then there is the next is payment. Okay, if it is not verified properly and we have some doubt on this one, then what we'll do, we'll hold that invoice and we'll inform to the vendor to get back on this new invoice, or maybe we'll reject it, or it may be if there is any quantity spoil or quantity damage it is there, that we'll do again return, vendor return. Okay, once you verified and accept that invoice, then only the payment will be made by finance team.
Mm.
So that's what it is started with the procurement to pay. Procurement is not even like it started with the purchase requirement, requisition, requirement identification, then and ending with the payment.
Yes.
So this continuous cycle. Okay, whenever do you need some products, okay, whenever it is required, you are doing this process, entire process. Okay?
Okay.
But but sometimes what will happen, it is not necessary. Okay, this is a standard process, but it is not necessary. You need to be follow all the steps,
Mm.
because if continuously I'm buying the product, I don't need to be find every time the source of supply, because I know already supplier. I can create directly PO. I can skip this process.
Okay.
Correct, right?
Yes.
Because if it is a new product, then only I have to search for the supplier.
Okay.
But if I have the regular product, that is, every day I'm buying this product, I don't want to follow this complete quotation bidding this process, right?
Yes.
So in that case, what I can do, I can directly create a purchase requisition. I can create a purchase order directly.
Mm.
Or sometimes what will be happen, even we don't need the purchase requisition. Might be if that is a regular product I'm buying. Okay, I don't need a requisition. I can go directly create a purchase order.
Yes.
So if I'm just walking, going to the nearest store, when I'm just checking the product, okay, I just thought that it is required. I just bought. So it's not my planning. It's not there in my planning, but I just bought this one.
Okay. We'll repeat the order.
Yeah, might be right. In that case, also it is not required purchase requisition.
Yes.
So the SAP which suggested that this, as per my understanding, as per the different businesses, what we just looking into that, we just given one structure like this is a standard process step.
Mm.
But whether it is needed, whether it is not needed, that's up to the business, the client. Whether
Yes.
they can follow the purchase equation, or they can directly create the purchase orders, or it may be sometimes they will be go with the agreements also, long-term agreements.
Yes.
Some other process which long-term agreements are there.
Yes.
So there are so many other ways we can have, okay, we can do in the business side that we are mapping into the in real time.
Okay.
But the cycle wise or the structure wise, this is the standard, okay. But you needed some steps, maybe because until the purchase order is required, most of the people, okay. Even if it is purchase order is not there, then you need to be received the goods. If suppose there is no goods received, then even at least you need to pay the vendor. If there is no payment, then there is no vendor, right? Why we need to do? So if you are doing some payments, maybe direct payments also you can do. Maybe the services are there. Services we will not receive any quantity. We'll just receive the services. Like if your cleaning is there, if suppose urban clamp is there, urban clamp we are order something service like barber cutting, or it may be cleaning, or it may be grease. These are all services. Those we are not expecting any uh, stock quantity level. These are non-stock related, right? This is non-services related. So those cases will pay the amount to the vendor based on the what services we receive. That maybe the process will be different.
Okay.
So this is a standard process. If there's anyone who they are asking among standard process, you can say P2P cycle. Okay. And they are asking about a P2P cycle, you can say this process step. Okay. And if you're asking some other way, then there is a different business process are there that we call special stock documents. There is a special stock documents. Okay. So other than this above standard process, maybe we can go with the special way. Just a different way after procurement. Okay. So any doubts in this procurement to pay cycle?
No. It's
All right.
good.
Any questions here?
Okay.
First of all, it will be go with the requirement and identification of supply. Let me put it this one. Okay. All right. So identify requirement and the source of supply, then order. Okay. And purchase order monitoring, negotiation, invoice verification, payment. Okay. So in the payment law also, again, you need to be validate that, so whether it is accepted or not, invoice is accepted or not, any advance payment which we done earlier to this vendor. There is a cases, right? Some cases advance payment also we made.
Yes.
Right? So those also they will be considered. So but the payment will be taken care by FIT. It's not our okay. Finance FIT. All payments, all received, all okay. The payment related all will be done by FIT.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions here in this process?
No.
All right. Okay. So we'll simply discuss about the sales process also, how it will come under order configuration. Okay. Simple. I will not go into depth. Okay. Okay. Now first we will get customer order. Okay. So customer, who will receive the customer order?
Well,
who will write the order? Who will be receiving the order?
MM consultant will write the order.
No, here we are talking about sales process. This is P2P cycle is MM.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here, this is a different. Okay. And when you're talking about a purchase order, from here purchase order, this is the external order. Okay, which we are sending to the vendor. External order. Okay, that's what, right? Internal order and external order. This is the internal order. This is the what the purchase requisition, which is internal order.
Internal.
Okay. And this is just even RFQ also external order because we are sending this information to the supplier.
Yes.
So RFQ and that is the external order, and even the purchase order also external order. Okay, except purchase requisition, all it will be mostly external orders only. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. From MM point of view. Now we are talking about the ST point of view. Okay, don't confuse this one. This is not MM related. Only I just giving idea about it, how it will be work, sales process. Okay, this is ST process.
Okay.
SD process. This is not MM process. You don't need, but I'm just giving the idea. Okay.
Okay.
And the above, which is buying, this is MM process.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now coming to SD process. So customer. Customer, when we're talking about a customer, it is completely sales. It is not MM. Okay. So from our side, it is vendor. From their side, SD side, it is customer. Okay.
Okay.
Now, customer order. Order will rise the customer. That means I'm the customer. I'm planning to buy.
Mm.
Okay. I'm planning to buy the product. I'm
Mm.
the customer. So to
Okay.
whom I'm ordering? To your company. You are the supplier.
Mm.
So in my perspective, okay, I'm raising the order. In your perspective, it is a sales order. You got the order, that is called a sales order. That means I am planning to sell this goods to you. So with the point of view, this is sales order. In my point of view, it is my order. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So customer order will arise by customer, and that we also call as a sales order. Okay. Customer order, sales order will receive by who will receive? Our company. Okay. The company who was supplying, okay, who are selling, they called their point of view, this is the customer order. Okay. The company who are selling this goods, their point of view, it is a customer order. Okay. Then after sales order, what will be happen? They will be create the outbound delivery number. So they will be preparing that. Okay, this based on the customer order, I'm just preparing that my stock to dispatch that. Okay, so we are creating outbound delivery. Outbound is nothing but like a sending outside the goods. Okay, planning sending the goods to the customer. Okay, the outbound delivery. In this outbound delivery, okay, we can do packing, we can do shipment, all these things we can do, shipment cost, everything which we are including in the outbound delivery. Then once we prepared all the things, we are ready to send this goods. We are preparing this delivery, outbound delivery. Then we are doing the PG. Okay. So like if you see that in Amazon, or it may be if you order some product, okay, they'll say that okay, I received your order, okay, and we're planning to dispatch this goods as soon as, okay, we pack this product, okay, the packing is completed, the courier guy is coming, and he received the goods. You will get all these points, right?
Yes.
Tracking number, everything. Okay, until it is dispatched, until it is dispatched, what are the activities it is there, all it will be called in the sales process. Okay, it will be in the outbound delivery process.
Okay.
Okay, and if it is dispatched, that means PGI is completed. Dispatched is nothing but like a the post goods issue. Post goods issue. Okay, that means the goods are dispatched from my location. That means I did my issue to the customer. Okay. If it is not dispatched, still it is a status on the packing, still it is a status on the picking. So there is a picking, packing is there, right? So that will be the process in the outbound delivery.
Okay.
Then once PGI is completed, we'll write the billing because we are selling, right? That means bill also will generate, right? We will be only generating to the customer, right? Who will generate the bill? Who will generate the bill?
Customer.
Customer will generate the bill. Who will give the bill? If I am selling the product, okay, whether I will give the bill or you will give the bill to me. Company only, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct, right? If you go to supermarket, okay, you're planning to, you have the order, okay. So you just give an order, then they're preparing that, okay, all the product, they are packing that product and they're giving to you. Okay, then whether the bill will generated by supermarket or you.
Supermarket.
So obviously the company, right?
Yeah. Company.
So billing will generate by company, then payment will be receiving from customer.
Yes.
Payment received from customer, right? That
Yes.
means you are paying to the supermarket. So if you see here, in this case, what will happen? Purchase requisition, RFQ, okay, then quotation, then price comparison, then PO, goods receipt. Okay. So in the, here also you can do inbound delivery also. If you want to do inbound delivery also you can do. Okay, we are receiving the goods, right? You want to be plan to unloading, loading, and repacking. If it is either in the packing, then you want to be unpack that product. Okay, arrange into the handling unit. So that will be different again. Okay, this is a process. Goods is it then. Okay, then invoice verification, then payment. Okay. So if you see here, here we are doing verification, invoice verification. From my point of view, when I'm talking about that, I received the invoice, I'm just verifying that. Here in this point, we are generating the bill, we are generating bill. So might be the customer can verify or cannot be verified. If he is ready to pay, then it's okay. If he wants to be validated, he can validate.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Correct or wrong?
Yes.
So when we talking about this, you just think about the supermarket. You just go to supermarket and I order something and I got this product and they give bill and I just pay the amount.
Okay.
Okay. When you're talking about this product, okay, you are selling. You are
Okay.
selling to the customer. That means from vendor point of view, you and company point of view, opposition. Okay. Might be you ordering something like you are ordering in the Amazon. Okay. And whether I received the product or not, whether I received the invoice or not, whether I verified or not. Okay, I paid amount to the return, right? So
Okay.
different. This is different point. Okay.
Okay.
So if you understand here, okay, selling and buying. Okay. If you are selling, then opposition person is the buyer.
Okay.
Concept like see, interlinked. If you are selling, then opposition person is buyer. If you are buying, then opposition person is seller.
Okay.
Did you got the point?
Yeah.
Did you got the point?
Yeah.
So if company A is there, company A also is a company. Okay. Company A is there. Okay. And company B is there.
Mm.
Okay. If now suppose okay, so company A, company B is there.
Mm.
Now if you see that if he is supplying, then obviously he is a receiving the goods. That means he is a customer. He is a customer, he is a vendor. Who is supply?
Vendor.
Supply? Vendor
Vendor.
supply.
Mm.
Who will receive?
Customer.
Customer. Right? So receiving is customer.
Mm.
So customer will write the order or supplier will write the order.
Customer will raise the order.
Right?
Yes.
So customer will write the order to the supplier, okay, supply plant, and the supply plant will dispatch the goods to the customer.
Mm.
So what is the case here? If there is a two company codes, one company guy is a SD person, one company is a MM person, because I am requesting, the customer he is requesting. That means customer side he is requesting one order. That means my point of view, it is my purchase order. So because I am planning to buy the product,
Mm.
the customer buying the product, right?
Yeah.
Correct or not?
Yes.
So whether a buyer will whether who will be raising the procurement, purchasing order, who need the product,
Customer.
customer need the product.
Yes.
So customer, so here the point is, one person if it is a supplier, then opposition person is a customer,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So it's just like, okay, so that's why there is some integration with MM and SD as well. Okay,
Okay.
that means some areas which is required MM and SD as well. Because if we going with some special scenarios, what will be happen? Okay, we also need to be integrated with the sales people. Okay, this is what the prices and profit, how much we got, all these things which we are. So that we'll discuss in the going forward. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are you understand this PDP process? And if you see that this is the order, okay, order to cash, right? So order, then payment received from customer, that means cash we received, right? So order dispatched, that means outbound delivery and PGA, then billing will rise, and we are receiving cash from the customer. He is paying the amount. So order to cash, and this is the P2P cycle, procurement to pay. We are paying amount. Payment is different and receiving is different. Okay, we are receiving here and we are paying here.
Okay.
Clear? You
Okay.
understand, right? What is the difference between the sales and procurement, right?
Okay.
Okay, then I think yeah, we'll stop the class today. Okay, this is an important process, so just try to understand this P2P cycle. Okay, and it's not necessary SD process. It is not our scope, but I just giving the idea how it will be working in the SD side. Okay,
Okay.
so so we'll connect tomorrow then. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Any questions?
Uh, yeah, nothing as of now.
Okay, just refer this one. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll come back tomorrow. We'll have the questions on this. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.